Hi dear students, we have discussed up till now that sociology is scientific study of social facts. So we have discussed social facts. Today we will discuss science. What is science? We have departments of science, faculty of humanities in every university. Why this difference? We say that he is a scientist and he is a scholar but not scientist. We say that this is scientific theory. We say this theory is not scientific. So science student are students. So what is that thing exactly which we call science? So any knowledge, any body of knowledge has two dimensions. Any theory you can say. One is what question? What are you saying? You can say what is your claim? And every theory, scientific or not, is basically a claim. So what is your claim? And then what, or you can say what is your content? What do you want to say? And the second aspect is how can you say that? How do you know that? What is your route to reach at your theory? On what basis you can claim? What is the basis of your claim? So second is your method. What was your method to reach at your theory? So these are two aspects of any body of knowledge. Usually we decide that he is a scientist or this subject is science on the basis of the nature of claims and the nature of content. Whenever a scientist, an image of scientist comes to our mind, we have a particular kind of person, a person not of course like me with a beard. You will have a person like Einstein with a particular hairstyle and he may have a lot of mathematics on the board, or he a person who is holding test tubes and working in a particular way in a lab. So we have images of scientists. Similarly, we have image of scientific subject or scientific theory. A lot of mathematics may be in it, or a lot of experimentation, or particular things like electrons and quantum physics, or cosmology, or biology. So we usually decide on the basis of nature of content that this is science. We say that Ghalib was not science is because it is poetry, and we refuse to accept poetry as science on the basis of the content. But actually science is not about a particular content. Science is the name of method, a particular method. Science is a particular method. You are familiar with some of the features of scientific method, in which you follow a sequence of steps to reach at your conclusion, from hypothesis to selection of your particular method, and you apply that method and you collect data and you analyze that data and so on and so forth. So there is a sequence of steps to be followed, and that method is basically science. And wherever that method is applicable, that is science. So science is the name of method and the knowledge obtained by that method. This is the definition of science. And I gave you in classroom, I'll repeat that point. For example, if for example E is equal to mc square, this is a scientific claim. This is a claim basically. This is a theory. This is a law. And if Einstein says that E is equal to mc square, and we of course would ask him, how do you know that? And if he says that I had a vision in the last night and I couldn't sleep and I saw light and it was written just on a tablet that E is equal to mc square. If he explains this theory through this way, that this was my method, I know it is true. So his theory, his claim might be true, but we will reject it as not scientific, that this is not science. This can be true or false, that is another thing. So to claim that this theory is scientific, it must be reached through a particular method. There are many theories which have been rejected, but they are still scientific because they have been accepted and then finally rejected on the basis of a particular method. So science is the name of method and knowledge obtained by that method. When we say that this is scientific, it simply means that we have reached at this through a scientific, through a method which is science. And when we say it can be right or wrong, And when we say that this is not science, this is unscientific or not scientific, it simply means that we have it can be true, but it has been reached by a method other than science. So literature can have its own ways. There are aesthetic truths, there are ethical truths, and human beings are capable of discovering higher truths which cannot be described as scientific. And that's why there is poetry, that's why there is philosophy, that's why there is study of ethics, also a branch of philosophy. So, so this is science. We'll discuss later on some more about science. Thank you very much.